Hey everyone, I'm Kaushik here. I'm one of the programmers working on the game Palm Sugar. Today we've sabotaged Karthik's Devlog this time to showcase something cool that we've been working on since the last month and a half. As our game has been growing, we need to shift our gears from manual level design to more data handle scene creation, which would help us iterate our world at much more quicker pace. We are creating a level editor that will help the designers and even modders in the community to tinker around and create their own custom experiences. To do this, we presently have created a barebone setup of the scene creator which contains multiple categories such as character objects creator, level objects creator, and weapons creator. Hopefully, many more to be integrated in the future. Today, we are going to focus on the level objects one for this dialogue with some teasers of the other two as well. Under this creator, we'll be going through the following. Firstly, we'll be showcasing how a level or an area can be created quickly. Then, how we can create multiple areas simultaneously. Moving further ahead, we'll be creating multiple areas from a single area. Show our open world level, which is a collection of 20 different areas combined together. We will then show the folder structure where all these levels are being saved, along with a glimpse of the dumps folder. Sixth on the list, we'll let the designers customize the levels dynamically by adding new category types for the level objects. To end the level objects creator portion, we'll show a small idyllic home creation. We'll just navigate to the scene creator prefab and let's just drag and drop that into the scene. You can see the bunch of information available in the inspector of the scene creator, which are basically the information related to the creators, how we can utilize them to our use, and we'll come to this later. And now we can see our designer selecting the level objects creator, and then we can see our level designer adding a name to the area he wants to design now. And in our case, which is that new underscore rpg underscore map, we can see that he has just searched for the grass category and he selected the one he wants, which is grass underscore east or e, and that gives a preview in the inspector as well. And he just clicked the add object button, which just spawns the grass into the scene. As our level designer has been working, let's just quickly discuss on what a level object or an object is basically and how is it added or selected into the hierarchy. As we can see that it creates a hierarchy where it first adds an empty object and then it creates an object based on the area of the name of the area given. In this case, area underscore rpg underscore new underscore map, and then it adds another object which is based on the category chosen. We have the categories grass, house, and tree. Now these are basically the categories which we will be using in this area as our level designer decided to, and you can see him positioning all those grass and he wants to be more precise, so he just turn on the magneto option. Okay, as we can see that our level designer is trying to be asymmetric here, and now after he has done those changes into the scene, like positioning them into their respective places, he can just select the level object creator and just click the save button, which will save the file, which will save this level into a file name of the given area name. So you can see the file. Inside the file, we can see an order being followed with the area name being at the top, area position following up, and then the area tag. And under them we have the level objects list, which are all the objects in the scene which we have spawned in the unity side. So you can see that all these level objects have this object data thing happening, and all this object data has all the sprite data, collided data, light data, etc. Let's see the example of terrace house. You can see that collided data in terrace house case is polygon collider, and we can save that as well. We can modify those values, and when we modify those values and load the file again from Unity, those values will be changed as we change them in the save file. You can see how we are utilizing the save files to our advantage here. Now we are going to see our level designer add multiple areas simultaneously. You can see that our level designer is adding the RPG underscore section 3 and all those areas currently, and adding some objects into the areas, and then just he'll just gonna spam some objects in there and he'll try to arrange those respectively. To do this, they will repeat the same process they've done before for creating the area. As this process happens in the background, we'll discuss on what level objects are on Unity's side. These objects are basically the prefabs that follow a particular order in the folder structure, with the main category being object types, and the level object types itself is known as object subtypes. So you can see that where we're going here, we are categorizing all these objects and object types so that we can handle them much more easily. Now let's see what our developer is doing. Okay, you can see that our designer is still designing this level and is trying to be precise again here, and you can see the beautiful pond our artists have done. Man, I love how the pond looks like. Okay, after this designing process, our level designer will just do a single click of save all files, and then you can see all the files being saved. More on this will be discussed by Aditya.
Hey, Aditya here. I am the other programmer working on the game. I'll take over from where Kaushik stopped and showcase some of the other intricacies of our level objects creator mentioned previously by him. Now, the designer will be loading up a single area file named rpg_openworld, loaded now, and which they'll soon be subdividing into separate sections. Now, to do this, what they'll be doing is they'll be first typing up the name of the new level area name, and then press drag select all the objects in the scene, and they press the button, and you can see that area_level_pond got created. Now, this is a tool that we custom created so that it lets the designer easily drag select in the scene without any worry of which level objects they want to shift to a particular area, and press the button, it shifts it. This process can be done for an already existing area in the scene, or like it will automatically create a newly created one. They'll do the same process again for a few more sections, like right now they're going to do it for village_center, and then they'll do it for a few other just a few more areas. Now, the idea being that the designers can create separate regions or areas in the case, and then later on, simultaneously work on each of them more comfortably, as you saw in what Kaushik had done, showcased with the previous section. Now, they will also showcase something interesting here, where they'll be hiding some of the areas in the scene, like pond, ruin, center, and top, in just a moment. And basically what that will help them do is they can just now easily create for village_east, drag select the section they require, and it's automatically created without any issues. They'll now be saving all of this into their individual respective level files, and just a moment. Okay, I have to turn it back on, and now they'll press save levels to files. You'll see all the files being saved. They'll also now in reverse save all these multiple different areas into a single file named combined_level, and done. They have cleared the levels now, and they'll now show up by loading up just combined_level, being loaded up singularly. It will contain all the different level objects that they had created previously for all the separate areas, all combined into the single one. And quickly they'll also showcase by loading up those same multiple level files together as well. I think for a different section, yeah, they'll showcase for RPG_section 2, then section 3, section 4, and section 5. And they'll showcase that how quickly it is to be able to load those things. Moving on, they'll now load up our main folder level, which is like it contains 20 different individual areas all being loaded together. They are all different level files, all being loaded together here. Now, they'll showcase, individually by showcasing like how these are all separate different, areas by, just turning them off in the scene quickly. We are also looking for a batch loading process, which we might showcase in the future devlog as it is still in development. Quickly now, another designer is showcasing, our data handling folder where all the level files are being saved, and soon they'll show the dump files, which are being saved in the background. These are basically copy saves of the level files with the relevant timestamps written for them. Now, coming back to Unity, we'll now showcase how a designer can add in, new level object subtypes, which are saved into their relevant object type categories, which is under the Prefabs data handling object types levels folder. The designer basically will can create multiple object subtypes of, like, for example, now they'll create a category called structure, which will have structure timber and so on, which will automatically create empty prefab inside the structure folder. They'll soon do it for cartel, let's say structure cartel, and now they'll do it for boss area and a bunch of other more. The idea being that the designer doesn't have to worry about manually creating those prefabs in the relevant folders. They can just, type it here and it'll add the stuff. And you can see that our search bar immediately recognizes that information and showcases that they can just, now add it to the scene. They'll add structure_cave, add level object, and it has added a test level, test_level, which has the cave. They'll now also showcase that you can add in the stuff in the sprite renderer, same thing that Unity always does from before. It'll automatically update in the scene. Now, having done this, they'll now showcase soon enough that they'll be deleting the structure object subtypes one at a time, and eventually even the entire structure object type, which will happen if they remove all the prefabs in that relevant folder, and it will do the job automatically. Even the search bar actually decreases right now. You can see boss and they removed all of it and the structure object went away. Here's the creator showcasing an idyllic home simulator, and we'll now soon shift to our weapons creator after this ends. And here we go. Okay, now moving on to this topic, here's a glimpse of our customized weapons creator, which can be used to create custom weapon files by adding in its name, type, multiple traits, damage type, multiple special damage types, multiple attack timing types, even their respective contact frames, a weapon's durability percentage, or even its relevant sprite. Now they'll just showcase an example by adding it, and they'll show the file soon enough. They're adding some more additional traits, like they have just added ammunition and ranged. They'll be adding fire to the special damage type. Interesting, like a crossbow with fire ability. They've added in the respective contact frame information for the charged timing, and they'll showcase the file soon enough, the crossbow file. As you can see, this is like the whole list of things, the whole set of things that has been saved. Moving on, they'll show our character creator quickly, which the designers can use to create our character objects. Now they'll create, they'll add in the humanoid Geeta character into the scene, and they'll also add a generic enemy type. Now it works the same way as the level objects as shown before, and you will also see soon enough when they select the particular character, it has an individual character manager which can be used to set up the whole information for each character. Even like, for example, if you want to change the character to behave like a player, NPC, enemy, or a boss, as shown just now. Now we end the topic here about our section. Thanks for watching our playthrough of our level objects creator. There's a lot in development, so keep an eye for some interesting updates ranging from the weapons creator, the character objects creator, the dialogues creator, cutscenes creator even, and hopefully many more that we'll come across. Now these systems are still in progress and will be constantly improved upon with more and more testing. Our intention is to have a well-formed system that helps us create our games in a regular fashion, in the future, with as much ease of development for the designers as possible. Now this level editor will also hopefully be available upon the game's release for players or even other game developers in the community who want to create and make their own games moving forward. Thanks for listening in.